Hello, I'm Richard Hallett. I'm editor of roadcyclinguk.com. Together with londoncyclesport.com, we are bringing you letourguides.com, which aims to give you the best and most up-to-date coverage of the Tour de France online. Today, we're taking a ride along the route of the Prologue of the Tour de France, which starts in Whitehall, goes past Buckingham Palace, around Hyde Park, back across Hyde Park Corner, and finishes on the Mall. Enjoy the ride. The Prologue route starts in Whitehall, which runs from Trafalgar Square down to Parliament Square. This famous road was the scene of the execution of King Charles I. The Prologue route itself runs very, very slightly downhill for the first few hundred metres to Parliament Square. From Parliament Square it takes a right turn into Victoria Street, which used to be a swamp and which was drained in the 19th century. For a few hundred metres it runs along Victoria Street and then takes a very sharp right-hand turn into Buckingham Gate. Buckingham Gate itself is a narrow, office-lined road. It runs past the Bluecoat School, which is one of the oldest schools in London, and which is now belongs to the National Trust. At the far end of Buckingham Gate, in front of Buckingham Palace, the Prologue route takes a right turn. It goes round the front of Buckingham Palace and starts to go up Constitution Hill. This part of the route will be one of the more demanding sections for the riders. It is slightly uphill, a gradient of perhaps 1 in 20. The surface is not exceptionally smooth, and it's roughly 600 yards long, so this will be the part of the course that will hurt the riders most. When the route reaches Hyde Park Corner, it goes straight through the Triumphal Arch and then goes to the west of Apsley House, the former home of the Duke of Wellington, past the Queen Elizabeth II gates and turns left into South Carriage Drive. It then runs downhill for 300 or 400 metres before starting to rise again past Chelsea Barracks on the left-hand side, all the way until it reaches Serpentine Road. This is another long, slightly uphill drag which will slow the riders down and will tend to spoil their rhythm very, very slightly. At the end of South Carriage Drive, there's another sharp right turn into Serpentine Road. From here, the road is flat with a series of speed bumps. After the speed bumps, the road takes a gentle right-hand turn and then allows the riders to take a direct run onto the road which runs alongside the Serpentine River. This will be one of the nicest parts of the course to see the race, with the backdrop of the Serpentine Lake, and the riders should be doing perhaps 50 kilometres an hour, maybe even faster, 55 kilometres an hour along this section. It's perfectly flat, well surfaced. At the moment it's largely used by rollerbladers for recreation. On the day of the Tour de France Prologue, the riders will be going a lot faster than that. At the end of the Serpentine River, the route arrives back at the Queen Elizabeth II gates. Beyond the gates, it then runs back past Apsley House, around Hyde Park Corner, and sets off back down Constitution Hill, which now will work in the riders' favour. With the descent and nearing the end of the ride, they could be reaching speeds of nearly 60 kilometres per hour. Constitution Hill is several hundred yards long. At the end of the road, we come to the roundabout in front of Buckingham Palace, which should be left straight enough for the riders to take a clean run onto the Mall. By now they will be within a few hundred metres of the finish. As the finish approaches, they'll give it one all-out effort and will finish on this stretch of road at speeds approaching 60 kilometres per hour.